Welcome to my YouTube channel Raise a Cat, and today in the graph section we will see different type of graphs of various equations. Okay, so suppose that the first equation is v is equals to v naught plus at. Okay, v is equals to u plus at is there na. So for this we will see what is the graph of v versus t. Okay, so suppose that this is v, this is t. Okay, so what will be the graph of v versus t? V is equals to v naught plus at. So this will be the graph like this, straight line having this intercept as v naught. Okay, so graphs of v versus t, we will see v x versus t, v versus a. Okay, a versus v. These are the different types of graphs. This can be asked in the question. There are 4 options for the graphs will be given and 1 equation will be given. So for any question, and you have to tell the correct graph. Okay, so you should know how the graphs are being plotted for various things. V versus t, x versus t, v versus a versus v, v versus a. So like this, there are different types of graphs which are plotted. So the first graph is v is equals to v naught plus at, and this is how it is plotted. Okay, so this is all the simple graph. Let's see some more graphs. X is equals to x naught plus half ut square. Okay, so for this, how the graph is plotted. So if you differentiate this, you will get dx by dt as v, dx naught by dt is v naught plus at. Okay, so this is the previous equation only. So for this, how we will plot the graph for this equation? X is equals to x naught plus half ut square. So how the graph is being plotted for this? Okay, so suppose that this is the equation. So how the graph will be plotted? So for the x is equals to ut square, how the graph will be there? It will be like this, upward parabola, but x naught is added more, so x naught. So it will be like this, x versus t. So t cannot be negative, so this cannot be there. Okay, so only the graph will be like this, x versus t. Okay, so for x versus t graph will be like this. Okay, so when in this we can also see when the when the time will be increased, x will increase exponentially. Okay, because t square is there na, so x is increasing linearly, but t is increasing linearly, but x is increasing exponentially. Okay, so this is the graph for x versus t. We can see that. Okay, and if we differentiate it, we will get graph of v versus t. Okay, v is equals to v naught plus at. Okay, in which v naught is the intercept and a is the slope. Okay, so like this we can draw the graphs of various equation. Okay, so suppose that the equation was our v square minus u square is equals to 2as. So how the graph for this will be plotted? Okay, so suppose our equation is v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Okay, or 2ax. Okay, s is nothing else but distance, but in the question in place of x sometimes you will see that s is written. S is also nothing else but the displacement or the x. Okay, so v square minus u square is equals to 2as. How the graph will be plotted of v versus x, v versus x. Okay, so we saw that y is equals to x square. How the parabola is there? Parabola is like this, y is equals to x square. Okay, but y square is equals to x, the parabola is like this. Okay, y square is equals to x. because in this whatever is the situation, x should be positive because y is equals to root x. So x should be positive only to get the real values of y. So y square is equals to x, parabola is like this. Okay, and y is equals to x square, the parabola is like this. Okay, because y should be only always positive only. Under root y is equals to x. If y is negative, x is undefined. Okay, or imaginary. So y should not be negative. Okay, so y square is equals to x, parabola is like this. Y is equals to x square, parabola is like this. Okay, so this is nothing else but this. Y square is equals to x, v square is minus u square is equals to 2as, or v square is equals to u square plus 2ax. Okay, so this is the question. So how the graph will be plotted? V square is equals to this. So this is the graph. Y square is equals to x. This is the graph. But if in this the u square will be added, so this graph will shift by the amount of u square. So this graph will be shifted upward with the amount of u square. Okay, so graph will be like this. Okay, and then like this. Okay, so the graph, this distance is u square. Okay, u square, and this is 2ax. Okay, v square versus 2ax graph is this, but if the u square is added, so the graph will be like this. So this equation also you have to remember, v square minus u square is equals to 2as, and v square is equals to u square plus 2x. How the graph is drawn, where u square is added, so the graph will shift upward by u square. Okay, so this is how the graph will be plotted for this. Okay, so these were the graphs for different situation. How the graph will be plotted, we saw the three graphs. How the graphs will be plotted for all the three equation. Okay, thank you.